There were many moments during the course of this film where my mouth was wide open and I was literally squirming in my seat. And no, it's not because the seat sucked, it's because this movie featured some truly intense, dangerous, stressful things, and the fact that this is all based on a true story, it just makes that so much harder to fathom. I mean, my God, the things that happen in this movie, nobody should have to experience. It's quite the story of determination, love, and miracles. With that said, let's talk about Last Breath. Last Breath tells you right away that this is based on a true story. And I haven't gone ahead and looked up the true story, so I don't know all the details, but I would go ahead and assume that this movie has been Hollywooded just a bit. Nevertheless, the core details are true and truly devastating. Last Breath follows a team of deep sea divers who are sent down to the ocean to fix a pipe that is malfunctioning. However, during this mission, power is knocked out to the ship that they are attached to, causing one of them to get separated from the ship, leaving them only on backup air. It stars Simu Liu, Woody Harrelson, Finn Cole, Cliff Curtis, and Mark Bonnar. Finn Cole brings everything he has to this role. He makes him come across as just a genuinely nice guy who has deep ambitions and goals, and yet seems like a guy that I could probably get along with. He's very humble, he's just super chill, all things I think people need if they truly want to excel in this world. So an A+ job to Finn. The things that he sells in this movie, the things that he has to show us, experience with us, it's just remarkable, and he does a great job. Woody Harrelson, well, this is one of my favorite actors in Hollywood. This man has so much range, it's absolutely insane. He can play someone who is a total hard ass 1 minute and then turn around and play somebody that makes you feel teary-eyed and has so much empathy and compassion. In this movie, he is that kind of a gruff guy, but he's also got that softness that somebody needs to have if you're going to truly be good at a job like this where you're going to have people's lives in your hand. He's a guy that will probably bust your balls when you mess up, maybe even just to have fun, but he's got your back. He will be there for you when things get super serious. And that's the vibe that I got from Woody Harrelson's portrayal. And this man, he just does all this so effortlessly now. I mean, he has a long career. He's been in a lot of different movies, and it's just given him this experience that it's really hard to replicate with younger actors. I think Woody Harrelson is awesome in this movie. And he had some moments in this movie that had me truly choking up. I mean, this is a sad and heavy movie. It's an emotional movie. You're going to feel a range of emotions when you're watching this. And if you're not feeling a range of emotions, and if you have completely dry eyes by the time this movie is done, then I would go talk to your therapist about why you're a robot. Simu Liu is probably the weakest of the three guys, but I'd say that's also by design. I think this guy is trying to come off as cold, distant, and unwavering. This character will tell you that family is a distraction, that things like that are not what you're supposed to bring with you down to the job. Unfortunately, this kind of personality doesn't give the actor much meat to work with. This guy is pretty bare bones in terms of personality. Director Alex Parkinson does a stellar job at creating very tense situations and brings us a movie that looks fantastic, feels authentic, and has your emotions going up and down. The underwater shots were a particular highlight. A lot of directors might have been tempted to light the whole area up so that the audience has an easier time seeing what's going on, but he doesn't do that in this movie, because I don't know if you guys are aware, but light does not travel down in the water very far, so once you get to a certain depth, it's completely pitch black. In fact, it frankly sounds scarier than space, because at least in space you've got distant stars, you've got the glow of the planets around you. Down under the ocean, it is completely dark, and the director does a great job showing you that. I mean, it feels claustrophobic, scary. It's a really terrifying idea, the idea of being down there. I found myself more than impressed with most of what this movie had to offer. Like I said, not all actors deliver the same level of range, but this story, it's so intense. You do feel like you are pulled in, you are glued to this story, you want to see what's gonna happen. You're sitting there praying for a happy ending, but it doesn't look likely. It's just not looking good. It is a seriously intense movie. The audience that I was with was clapping during parts of this movie, gasping during others. It is just a movie that is really gonna bring out a lot of things in you. And the fact that this all happens, that this is a true story, well, let's just say it makes me so glad that I am not working in a dangerous line of work. I'm not risking my life when I go to my job, but it makes me so grateful that there are people out there who are willing to do these more dangerous jobs that people like me don't want to do. I just don't want to die. And it's nice to know that there's people out there who are selfless enough to put themselves in harm's way for the benefit of all of us. And we should be grateful for them. 100%. It just really demands that you do more with your life when you see characters and stories like this. It makes you look at your life and think, damn, am I really doing anything that's like extremely important? Like, what am I doing to truly make my mark on this world and make people proud, make myself proud, make my children proud, you know, just represent the best version of myself? Am I doing that? For me, this movie is a 9.5 out of 10. I'm a huge sucker for true stories and I love suspenseful movies. And this movie is all of that. Fantastic performances, excellent directing, great cinematography. I just loved every choice that was made in this movie. It is a movie that will stick with you. And by the way, there is some like footage of like the true story stuff during the credits. Don't leave because you are gonna want to see that. It is valuable to see. It's heartwarming. This is a great movie. I think that a lot of people are going to enjoy. That's my thoughts on this movie. This movie's not out yet until Friday the 28th, but when you guys do eventually see this movie, please put your thoughts on it in the comments and just let me know, did this movie move you as much as it moved me? And did you like this video? If you did, you should hit the like button just to let me know that everything didn't suck about this video. And if you want to hear more things from me, well, subscribe to this channel and there's a little button for that as well. Later.